Welcome back to the Now Morning Show. This morning on Spotlight, we're shining a light on the Tobago Information Technology Limited, who are launching their 2025 STEM Camp tomorrow. Joining us is Eddison Thomas, Marketing Specialist of the Tobago Information Technology Limited. Good morning, Eddison, and welcome.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. How are you this morning?
I'm good. How are things in Trinidad?
Things are excellent in Trinidad, but I know for sure that things are getting even better in Tobago. Eddison, let's go straight into the conversation. What is the main objective of the TITL STEM Camp?
Well, the company as a whole, Tobago Information Technology Limited, we have been given a mandate to increase the well-being of Tobagonians, and by extension, Trinidad and Tobagonians, using ICT, using the digital skills that are so prevalent in our world today and makes our world tick and work. So this STEM camp is more or less a extension of our mandate in order to expose the younger generation to the STEM field, or some persons say the STEAM field. We ain't talking about the young brother concept, but STEM stands for generally science, technology, engineering, and math. If you want to add the A to that, that would be arts, right? And so the STEM camp exposes the young generation between the ages of 7 to 17 in those fields. So we're here to inspire the younger generation to innovate and to think in these disciplines, so that they will be more exposed to, or more inclined, I should say, to go into those careers moving forward.
Given, of course, with this STEM camp being launched and being a part of course, the STEM Academy, one would assume that you're going to marry or move some of the original curriculum into this camp. Can you expound on what the curriculum is going to be and maybe what skills are going to be imparted to the participants?
Sure. So, as I said before, all the categories are in STEM categories: science, technology, engineering, maths, arts as well, right? So some of the disciplines that we have going on, we have robotics, whether it be BattleBots or Lego robotics, which is very popular today. We also have, under the science category, we have mixtures and solutions, coming up with different chemical compounds, see how they work and stuff like that. We have drone technology, which is also a part of robotics. So more or less the kids would be building their drones, not just flying them, but actually going through the step-by-step process of understanding how a drone works from the ground up, programming it, and then flying it, which I think is more fun. We have 3D printing as well, being able to prototype and print novel parts, print toys, print different types of jewelry, you name it. Also, we have programming where the kids more or less get the chance to program, use their creative skills to program their own games, right? And there are so many other things as well in the arts and crafts section. We are going into papier mache, we're going into dance, we're going into martial arts, right? And so and that is a non-exhaustive list. There are so many other things that we have planned for the kids coming July, August.
Eddison, when it comes to these skill levels, because some of the things that you've mentioned there admittedly are quite intricate, and we know that children are very fast learners. So is it that you're catering to different skill levels like beginner, medium, and advanced?
Yes. So we have them split up by age group, right? So there is the younger age group, which would range from 7 to 11 years. And there is the older age group that range from 11 to 17 years. Now, each program that I just listed is broken down to cater to each one of those age groups. So it's not that the 7-year-old will be exposed to something a 17-year-old does. Although we have had situations in our past STEM camp where we have some pretty talented persons coming out of the younger age group that can more than handle the level of work that the older kids are doing. And so we allow them to thrive in that environment if they can handle it, you know. But yes, there are two age groups, and all the programs, well, except for really mainly probably the dance and the martial arts, are catered to those different age groups.
Now, Edison, aligning with the mandate that you would have shared earlier, what about the impact and the long-term goals? Is the Academy going to have follow-up programs and measure the children's development after participation?
Right. So just a differentiation. We have the STEM camp, which is the event that takes place between July, August. And then we have the STEM Academy, which is the wider program, that wider program is responsible for ushering the kids and following up with them and doing making opportunities available for them and following up and tracking to see the kids progress over time. So outside of the STEM camp that happens in July, August, the STEM Academy also has programs that run throughout the year in smaller modules that we might feel the kids could benefit from. So we will have a Python programming class. We will have a drone building class that's separate. We will have a 3D printing class that's also separate as well, right? And so what we are seeing is that the children who are enrolled in the STEM camp, moving into and taking interest into the STEM fields at school. And also, even now, we have persons who would have enrolled in our STEM camps in the past that, because this has been going on now for a while, that actually went on to study ICT. And one of the persons actually came back to work with us after the fact, working with the kids year after year now. So it's pretty interesting to see how the kids are progressing and moving along in the STEM fields after being exposed to the STEM Academy.
Edison, how can parents, schools, and the wider Tobago community get involved in supporting the STEM Academy's work?
All right, so the STEM Academy, it's easy. Just simply reach out to us at TITL. The number is toll-free 211 anywhere in Trinidad and Tobago, or you could call 639-1987. Get in touch with the innovation department, and we can have a discussion on how we can partner with you, whether it be a sponsor, because we are looking for sponsors for this camp, and we are nothing without our sponsors. They make a big logistical process like this come to light, because we're actually looking to target 200 kids this year, which would be the biggest camp we ever had. If you're a school, reach out to us, because we do come to schools, or we do have a STEM school store before we go into the actual STEM camp. So we go into the schools, we do activities with them, quizzes, challenges, just to pique the interest. So reach out to us, call 211 and ask for the innovation department. Parents as well, you're interested in registering your kids for this, call 211, call 639-1987, get in touch with the innovation department. Also, you can look us up online, titl.tt/STEM.
Edison, is there a registration deadline date for the camp?
We're taking registrations, actually it's first come, first serve, but we're taking registrations up until the first day of the camp. As much as possible, we can expose the kids to this. It would be the best. It would be better for us. However, we're trying to stick to that 200 number. If we go over, then we'll make arrangements. But we tend to fill up very, very fast, especially on that first cycle from July 14th to 31st. So we urge all the parents that want their kids to register to call as early as possible, get your kids registered, at least get their name on the list so they have the spot secured.
Now, just to go back to the reference to sponsorship that you would have mentioned, Edison, have you seen interest from corporate Trinidad and Tobago, particularly for this?
Yes. So over the years, We have had recurring sponsors who have jumped on and continue to support us in this endeavor. But as I said, this year being the biggest STEM camp that we plan to do, we will need even more support from corporate Trinidad and Tobago. We are thankful for the ones that have been supporting us and the academy in the past, all right? But we are anticipating some, even in the talks now, with some very, very interesting sponsors that could really expose the kids to the STEM in a meaningful way. All right. This year we plan to take the kids, actually bring the kids down to Trinidad. Maybe we pass through TTT studio. We have a lot of technology in the TTT studio. We could expose the kids too, right? But we plan to do a VR excursion, actually bringing the kids down to Trinidad to experience virtual reality and the technology that we have down there. Yes, we do have virtual reality over here, but in Trinidad, until we can build out a more immersive space, in Trinidad, there are some very immersive spaces. So we do plan to bring the kids down to Trinidad for that.
Excellent.
At least for one day.
And Eddison, before we close our conversation, can you kindly reshare the contact information for the Academy and for the camp for those who are interested in getting on board and sending their children?
Yeah, so contact information, you can register online firstly, right? TITL.TT/STEM, right? You can also call toll free at 211 as no charge. And you also register via that, or you can call 639-1987-1987, and you can ask for the innovation department, and you can sign up your kids that way as well. Or you can also reach out to us on social media. All our social media handles are Tobago Infotech. So on whichever social media platform you want to search, whether it be LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, just search Tobago Infotech, you will find us there.
Wonderful. Eddison, thank you so much for joining us. All the best to you and the team, and hoping we'll see you right here in studio soon.
Yes. I take that as an invite. We're coming down and meet all the NTTT.
On national television. Have a blessed day.
On national television. All right, you have a blessed day as well.
Eddison Thomas, marketing specialist from the Tobago Information Technology Limited. Stay tuned.